This message is to the people who are receiving my QR code. Our QR code, sorry. Um, I wanted to make this video to inform you guys of where your money, your donation will be going. I know that usually organizations, well, I mean, I've not seen too many, but from the organizations that I've approached to help me with my son, they're not very open with what exactly they do with their funding. So we wanted to be different. We wanted to always be very open of where your money's going, and actually it's by law that they have to provide, spending reports, and even explain, things that people don't understand. Like, I pulled up spending reports where I'm like, what does this and this and this and this mean? They have their ways of always just putting something as a tax write-off, and I we don't want to be like that in this organization. So we had an idea. You know what? I'm just gonna say me. I had an idea. I'm gonna take full credit for this, not because it's something that I want credit for, but it's something that it's a bit of a conflict internally right now with all of us. A lot of, not a lot, but there are some who say, Sin, it's okay. Just let people donate, and they if they trust you enough to donate, they'll trust that you're gonna do something good with the money. But it's like, I tell them, well, why can't I just make a video and just like let them know? You guys, whoever's watching this video, it's because you've been approached by one of your coworkers who's the husband of a really good friend of mine who joined our events that we created for their son. And it just was the most incredible thing, the way, they informed me that our organization has helped them, that the events were beautiful to them, and something that they hope can continue. So your friend who's handing you this QR code or informing you that here's this video, if you want to watch it, nobody's obligated to watch it. I'm so awkward on camera. I'm so different. I don't even know who I'm like what I'm talking to. I know I'm talking to a camera, and I know eventually a person's gonna see it, but I don't know. I get weirded out by, like, I'm literally by myself in my living room. Like, at least if there was a person right here in front of me, I'd know that I was talking to that person. But so I'm extremely camera shy, and I just freak. So sorry. So you could not watch this, and $5 will, give you an easy escape. Like, I'm just gonna donate $5. Sorry, I don't have time to watch your video, or it already got awkward from the very beginning. That's okay. But if you're like, yeah, I want to know about this organization. This is my coworker. This is my friend, and this organization helped his son. Like, yeah, let me check it out. That's what I'm doing this for. So I'm not trying to take credit. I'm trying to take blame, because I know that this is something, I guess, different. Everybody online, they'll, do their thing, and they'll ask for donation, and they'll put their QR code on Instagram or whatever social media. And I never want to do that. I don't want to do that because I know that there's a lot of fraud going on. So I don't ever want somebody to donate to somebody who successfully created a different, QR code and account with, let's say, our name, but changed it to like La Revolucion 1984 Incorporated official. And, then the people who are our fans, I would not want them to accidentally donate to them and be victims of fraud. So my ideas are, I'll always just personally like hand out the QR code, or whatever event we are in, maybe we'll have it there. And I know that that's going to restrict a whole lot of, donations, because, like my brother said, like, Sin, there's some people who don't want to drive all the way to where you're at. Just let them donate, online. But I just want to try like this. I'm a very like personal person. I This is something that I feel for my mental health, just for now. You know what I mean? Like, maybe one day, if enough people are like, it's okay, let go of guilt, put the QR code online, or there's like this new thing where fraud is like minimal, then I'll get there. But for now, I just want to let you know. I'm asking for donations because the money's gone. Everything is gone. Last year, 2025, we pulled money out of our retirement. We pulled money from all these little savings accounts that I had for my children. Every cent that I made working, like credit card debts, we maxed out, I think, for sure 2 credit cards, and then the others we like halfways. So just those right there are one of them, our payment is $300 due, the other one is $175. The other ones, thank God, are like $50-$60, but it's money that we don't have. So I'm not asking for donations for that. I probably should. Oh, and I did not follow through with my trademark application. It's one of the state requirements for you to trademark your logo if you're using it in commerce, as they say. And I did not do that, and they stopped my application, and now I have to pay $1,350 again. I am behind on my business account, and I'm on my the state requires you to get a fax machine. Okay, I have a fax machine, but I just paid it. So yeah, I'm pretty much drowning in bills and debt, but it's okay, because I guess this is just part of the process, or I'm gonna learn that it's not, and I failed. But so now this New Year's coming up, right? I'm hoping that our taxes could get us something so we could survive. But besides that, I think, all right, well, we need to keep going with the events. And so I wanted to explain to you guys what event is coming up that I do need funding for, if so that's what this video is for. It's a walk, like like the runs and the walks, like the 5K runs and walks. I wanted us to attend one of those with some families, the families who were kind enough to attend our last events, who were even really helpful. I would love it if they can do this walk with us, so that we can, I guess the goal is just to get our name out there and see, to prove, like, to show who we are, to show who we are. And those things, people network, and if we all get there, like everyone from our organization and parents and even like the children, and we're all representing our shirts, the brand, handing out merchandise. We have a lot of merchandise that we haven't started selling yet. I'm kind of afraid to do that because I don't even know how to sell stuff, but I have a feeling that we raise awareness of who we are. Our kindness, the people that are part of the organization, all my friends, they're so kind. I mean, I only want the kindest people in to be a part of this organization, but of course I accept anyone, but when somebody's like uniquely kind, I'm like, I'll do anything it takes for that person to be a part of this organization, because kindness goes a long way for our children. So we are a group of like really kind people, good hearts. I don't like labels, but what we do is we always try to make people feel welcome. We care for the children. We want to make sure that they're safe, and we have each other's backs. You know, like I'm seeing something so unique in people. Like they have, you know, people are coming through for us, and it's an overwhelming, incredible feeling. Sorry. But anyways, there's this 30th annual ARC Walk for Independence. I'm gonna try to put the flyer here in this video, but it's says the ARC Los Angeles and Orange Counties advocates for and supports a world where quality of life, access, and inclusion for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities is not a struggle. Join our event, walk shoulder to shoulder with us in a 1 and 3 mile walk to advocate and show support for our cause. Okay, so I've not looked into this organization, so I cannot represent these guys. They're giving us a platform, not giving us, they're charging us for a platform. $35, let me see, $35 per adult 18 and over, and $10 for youth 11 through 17. 10 and under are free. So they're selling us a piece of platform, and so they are stating that they do what we do. And like I said, I didn't even know that this organization existed, but we need a platform, and so we're gonna check it out. I always like to just, you know, check out the scene and see how it feels and learn from it and see what we can do, either exactly the same if it's working for them, or completely different if I feel like something just doesn't feel right. One of the reasons why I wanted to make this video personally to the people who are being handed my QR code is because at some point I've addressed to, you know, the members of my organization, and I've informed them that I don't ever want somebody to feel like, I want humans to stop feeling guilt or the need to donate. Like, that's what I want. I know how weird that sounds because I'm asking for donations, you know what I mean? So it's taken me long to get to this point, and I am doing it because my friend and her husband were like, give me that QR code, like, no, we need to continue this organization. And it's true. How am I going to continue? I cannot pay for anyone to join this, and I cannot ask people to pay out of their own pockets to join this just to help the organization. Like, I can't. The guilt, I don't know if people have $35. And so even you donors, don't donate $35. Donate $5. You know what I mean? If enough people donate $5, con eso tenemos. Just, you know, if only 5 people get to go to this one, that's okay. That's okay. I don't want like my community to feel like they need to, like, $50 will get them into heaven. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want that. I actually want that to die. I feel like people are capitalizing on the, you know, disabilities, special needs, autism. And I'm not going to accuse anyone of doing that, but I'll give you an example. I thought Autism Speaks was like don't mess with the person under the spectrum, because Autism Speaks will come to you like a bull. And when I reached out for help, it was not like that. They were like, we are like resource specialists. And, you know, I have to look up exactly what Autism Speaks does or provides. At that moment, that was 2019, I did some research, and it seems like you contact them and they give you resources. So they give you, hey, here's this other company that can help. And then they state that everyone there is a volunteer, and they state that they're limited, and they state that, and then they give you a survey and they're like, please tell us how, we did. I was like, well, what did you do? Like, I'm telling you that the Los Angeles Unified School District is not providing adequate services for children under the spectrum. You guys are supposed to be Autism Central, like, and all you're gonna do is provide me resources to like other places. Like, here, mom, go look for attorneys elsewhere and go join, these other organizations. And you contact them, and it's the same thing. We are a nonprofit. We are limited because everyone here is volunteering, and sorry, we can't get to you at the moment. So it's like, aren't people donating to you guys? Look at how much the CEO here. Let me see. As a matter of fact, I'm so sorry. Sorry, my kids use my phone. I didn't want to go through this rant. I just want to raise a little bit of awareness. How much does the CEO of Autism Speaks make? Received $624,041 in base compensation plus $52,782 in additional reported compensation, for a total of about $676,823 in salary and benefits reported on the Form 990. So these guys in a year made $676,823. And the Los Angeles Unified School District is still alive. You know what I mean? So that's okay. I won't get into too much. I've been wanting to make a video about that elsewhere. But so the point is, I wish I could announce to the world, hey everyone, stop donating to any organization. When we did an Autism Speaks walk, we get there and it is like the loudest thing. Super loud. They hand us these little pom-poms, these little blue ones, and we're in front of this stage where this guy's like making announcements and stuff, and every time he said something cool, me and my siblings who went with me that day, we cheered like, woo, yeah, like all super loud. And the guy's on this mega loudspeaker. People are staring at us. Nobody had the courtesy to be like, hey, you guys, like, here we don't cheer. We try to keep the noise down because there's children around. Nobody. They turned around and looked at us like, wow, I'm embarrassed for you guys. And we noticed that every time a cheer was supposed to happen, people would instead wave their pom-poms around. Like, if that's the cheer. Like, hey, we are aware that children need, they have sensory overload, so we did the pom-poms instead of everybody cheering. I thought to myself, this surround sound speaker system that you guys have going on here, why do you guys have it? Why? Like, that family over there, like, why do they get to be that loud? But okay, I'm just observing the reason. Okay, I'm not gonna say the reason. I'm just gonna state the facts. This person's up there and he's announcing all these things about autism and how they help and all that stuff. And then he starts talking about donations. I want to bring up to the stage the 3 families that donated, that received the most donations, because You can tell your family member, hey, can you sign up for this walk with me because you're part of my family and you're supporting my son. And then they start emailing you for donation, 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 donation. And I told my family, don't donate, please, because I've already not been helped by, this organization. So you guys don't have to donate. We're just using the platform. So they brought up 3 families. Louder than our cheers, they announced like how wonderful family 1 did and family 2 and family 3, like because of all the donations that they received, and let's shake our pom-poms for these guys. And I just was like, wow, like something feels very off. Like these people here are staring at us because I had no idea that we couldn't cheer. We accidentally, and they're like violently waving their pom-pom. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I would not mind, but what are you guys doing with that money? You know what I mean? Like, what are you guys doing with that money? Well, to you donors, just so you guys know, you guys can always request, per the Freedom of Information Act, you guys could always request a spending report. So you can go to the HR department of Autism Speaks and say, I would like your latest spending report. You're going to receive a report, and a lot of stuff is going to be like coded, but you do have the right to say, what is this here? What is this here? What is this, and this? And a lot of stuff is, we had to have this $1,000 dinner because it was a, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying Autism Speaks, like organizations. Oh, we needed a private jet because we need to fly somewhere else for the good of autism. So that's the thing that has me very shaken up. This one family that donated the most that year or whatever, that they didn't donate, they somehow managed to pull. They had a VIP section. In their VIP section was an adult under the spectrum who was sitting there by himself wearing a little birthday hat, I guess it was his birthday. And we passed by, and I was like, he was just like sitting there by himself, and everything was decorated like if it was his birthday. So I'm not gonna judge this family, right? Because I don't know if they're really kind to him and love him so dearly, and I can't judge because I'm trying to open an organization and I have a son, but I don't know, but just, I'm telling you what I saw with my own eyes, and just something just did not feel like 100% wrong. I can't accuse my fellow man of anything. I don't want to see a person and see like bad in them. As a matter of fact, I'm very people try to stop me from being this way. I'm going to explain to you right now how. I give people the benefit of the doubt. I always think maybe they just don't know. Maybe they didn't mean it like that. But it just did not click. Something just felt very off. And so I vowed to really, really, really try my best to never leave my kids behind. Real quick story, and I've been wanting to make a video about this too. When I started the Revolution Part 1 back then in 2019, my son was either going to enter the junior high or he was already in the junior high. My oldest boy. I told him, mijo, I'm going to start an organization. Not an organization, kind of. At that time, I wasn't sure what it was, but I just knew that I was going to start a fight with the district. But I told him, I don't ever want to leave you behind. I don't want to be one of those moms that focuses on, just kind of like Cartman's mom in South Park, the movie, how she's just fighting, but Cartman's I just want you to be a mom. I never wanted to be like that. So I told him, hey, let's do a project, me and you. I'm gonna build you a 2-story house, a little 2-story playhouse, and I'm gonna put swings, and I'll have it connected going to a little cabaña that I have, and then I'm gonna enclose the cabaña, and that cabaña, my dad and I built it surrounding a tree, so the tree trunk is popping out of the roof, and the whole like top of the tree, the leaves, it's a zapote tree. It's my dad's favorite fruit. It's covering the whole little cabaña. So I promised him that I would build that so that my focus can be half and half. And so it took me 8 months to build it. For one, COVID hit and plywood ranked up to like $63 a sheet when really they're supposed to be like $17. So I couldn't really afford it. But, and I'll show you guys videos and pictures, but little by little we'd go to the backyard and I'd take everything out of my brain that had to do with the revolution, and I built my son the little casitas. So you know, I'm trying, and I'm not trying to say that I'm better than anyone. I'm sorry if that's how I'm making it seem. I'm not trying to say that our organization is better than Autism Speaks. That's not what I'm saying at all. I just sometimes think to myself, man, like, it's really easy for, you know, like when I see the NFL with that big old autism, you know what I mean? It's like, and will we ever really know what they do? Like, what do you guys do? To put it to you like this, if the Los Angeles Unified School District is still a standing thing, shame on everyone, you know, because our organization, like, that's what we want to do. We want to take those guys down. You know, we want every city to be in charge of the schools that they're in. They take taxes from all of us and they give it to the district, and it's per student. And where do you think a lot of that money goes? They're in charge of where that money goes. So as I do my research, I find out that there are some beautiful schools out there with beautiful sports, with beautiful clubs, with beautiful food, you know, places where parents can afford attorneys and they want to keep them happy. Allegedly, okay? Allegedly. I'll make videos of that as they come. So, I don't know, man. Like, there's a lot that weighs heavy on my heart. And sometimes I think, how can I ask somebody for funding when I literally want to declare, like, hey, all of us, let's stop funding all these people. You know, let's stop. Not just because there's the word autism, not just because there's the word special needs or disabilities, should you guys feel like guilt or immediately think that they're doing the right thing. Not even like celebrities, you know, nothing. Like, let's start researching instead. Me, I always plan on being like open. If one of you guys is like, hey Sin, like, can you send me your spending report? Yeah, I definitely can. It's about like 50 pages long, but it's actually by law that I have to provide that. And no, I don't have like random spending. Everything is accounted for. I have receipts to everything. I'm gonna have to redact my information, but here you go. As a matter of fact, look at my binders right here. And hopefully I don't. Look at this. Is my spending report from. Well, the report itself, it's just a few pages, but oh look, the spending report. But these are my receipts. That by law I have to provide. These right here, all of these. Those are the receipts that I've kept of everything we've ever purchased for the revolution. And no, you're, for now, right? I don't know if ever I will get funding and treat people to food, but I'm not gonna buy a private jet to try to go solve, you know, autism. I'm not gonna You know what I mean? Like, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do spending dinners. I don't know where we'd even go. Maybe I'll buy a restaurant. For sure, I'll buy a restaurant. And I'll make it like special needs only. You know, somewhere safe where children and their families can eat just like everybody else. But, so yeah, I'm sorry. I hope this video is not too negative. I wish I could make very happy, peppy, high vibrational videos, but there's so much. Sorry that the man lady's passing by. There's so much sadness in my heart with the realizations that I've had to face in this journey with my son. And it's heavy. It's heavy. I want to change. I want all these people gone. You know, I want to set the example of what an organization should be. But I need to get there some way, somehow. So for the first time, we are allowing that QR code to go to the hands of someone that I really trust. This family, there's a connection, and I do believe them when they say, you know, send, like, people want to help, you know, like my company will, they tell me you guys are good people, and I thank you. And I hope you on some level believe me, but then again, I don't want you guys to be fooled by anybody else. So I want you to know that you and I we're the same kind of person. I think, you know, this community, I wanna help my community. Like, I'm from Southgate, and us from Southgate, HP, I grew up in Watts, Compton, Linwood. Linwood's its own district, but even then, like, I don't know how great Linwood's doing right now. Compton's its own district, I think, too. They pulled away from LAUSD, from what I heard, some years back, and they created their own district, which is what I wanted to do here in Southgate. But yeah, we're all, you know, I don't know. But yeah, thank you guys. If you guys are considering donating to us, with your money, I'm planning on paying for everybody's entry. I think they let us take, like, food, like sandwiches. So I'm gonna buy, like, all the ingredients to make everybody, like, tortas and stuff. And if we can, maybe, like, pizza for the kids. I don't know if they allow us, like, outside food like that. But if they do, then pizza for the kids, and then, like, Gatorades and stuff. I kind of wanted to see if I can, like, maybe buy the kids, like, some wagons or something, so that we could take them, like, in the wagon, so they could walk with us, for those who, like, you know, the parents want them with us. And you know, so we could either take them in a wagon or just, you know, walking. But I want to pay for everyone, so that nobody pulls from their pocket. Another thing is, I want to one of the goals for this particular one is, I would like the attention of an attorney. Her name is Valerie. Oh, dang it. What is her name? I forgot her last name. But her reputation is amazing. I hear that she's one of the toughest attorneys against the Los Angeles Unified School District. So I wanted to raise awareness, you know, like signs and stuff, calling her name to see if by the time I email her or call her office, she probably saw us like on TV asking her for help. Because if her and I meet, like, my chances of taking down the district will, I feel, will increase. And that's the goal. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching this video. For whoever was able to stomach it, I'm so sorry. We do plan on doing like a podcast thing, my brother and I think you'll probably see a completely different side of me if I'm with another person, especially my brother. We are like dummies. Like, we joke nonstop 24/7, and I am able to speak a little bit more because we'll go back and forth. And yeah, that's, and I might get better. But when I'm here just like this, it's like I get so nervous and I'm like shaky and I just want to cry. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to all of you guys. I'm very, very, very grateful, and I promise you guys, like, what we do in this event, it's gonna be because of you guys. Like, you guys helped make this happen, and I hope you guys feel that in your heart. Every which one of you, it doesn't matter if it's just $1, like, it still like came from your heart. So we are really grateful. So thank you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and yeah, I hope, to do another video for you soon. Okay, bye.